In today's episode, I want to share with you 7 things men should stop doing. Yes, if you stop doing this thing, may I tell you, you will enjoy your marriage, you will enjoy your family, and your family will enjoy you. So let's quickly move on without wasting time. Number 1, don't be too obsessed with your appearance that you ignore the appearance of your woman. Who? Yes. Did I say that? May I tell you that there are so many men I have seen that too obsessed with their appearance that they ignore the appearance of their wife. Yes. I am not saying that you should ignore your appearance. I am not saying that you should abandon your appearance. Of course, looking good is nice. But you will see some men, when you look at them, if you perceive the odor of their perfume, like when you look at them from head to toe, you will feel like, wow. But you look around to see their wives, the first question you ask yourself is, what went wrong? What is happening here? Like they don't match together. As a man, may I tell you that one of your assignments is to maintain your wife. Never you ever be too obsessed with your appearance that you don't care about the appearance of your wife. Please do your best to maintain your wife very well. There's one thing I love from Nigerian people, especially the Igbo side. If you want to see how a man is taking care of their family, you will see it in the life of his wife. They do take care of their wife. So do your best. In as much as you maintain yourself, make sure that you maintain your wife. Never you ever ignore to maintain her. It is your responsibility. Yes, I know she's a grown-up woman, but she is under your care to maintain her. When you buy perfume, buy for her. When you buy Roron, buy for her. When you see jewelry, buy it for her. When you see so many beautiful watches, buy for her. Don't just buy alone for yourself, buy also for her. Number 2, never you ever call your wife a bad luck. May I tell you that I have had so many men, whenever they have challenges with their woman, they say, oh, you are a bad luck. Ever since I've married you, I never experienced good thing. I've never experienced this. May I ask you this question? When you went to marry her, when you see her at the first time, when you take her to the altar, do you want to tell me that you know she is a bad luck and you took her to the altar? Do you want to tell me that you know that she will bring bad luck to you and you marry her? My dear, your wife is not a bad luck. That things doesn't go the way it's supposed to go ever since you married her does not mean that she is the one that brought the bad luck. May I tell you that life is not a bed of roses. Life have its own season. It have winter, it have summer, it have autumn, it have spring. That you are in any of this season of life does not mean that it came from your wife. If she is a bad luck, which means you use your money to buy a bad luck, never you ever open your mouth to call your wife a bad luck. Number 3, never you ever allow your friends, your family, your neighbors to tell you how to treat your wife. May I tell you that I have seen so many beautiful families, when I mean beautiful families, that friends have ruined their families because they tell the man how to treat his wife. Let me give you an example. There are a man that I know that always help her wife to do some house chores, to pick children from school, to do so many things that he can do for the family. But for him, he started to mingle with some negative men. And one day they were chatting, and this man said, oh, I am the one that prepare lunch for my family. I do laundry, do this and do this. And those men started laughing at him. And they told him that you have become a slave, a house help of the family. That you're supposed to be the father, the king, the whatever of the family. And guess what? The man changed. Changed from being that a good person, and he never do anything again for his family. Today he look back, he regrets it. For those people that are telling you how to treat your wife, how to treat your family, may I tell you that their family is not in a good term. That's why they want you to join them and do the same thing they are doing in their family. If your wife needs your help, support her. If your wife need you to do laundry, support her. That to support her to do laundry, to throw dustbin, to do the things you can do for her, does not mean that you are not still the king of the family. Does not mean that you are not the head of the family. May I tell you, you will lose your leadership, you will lose your kingship when you don't do what you're supposed to do as a man. So never you ever allow confused people, if I might say, or people who don't want to see the joy, the happiness of your family, to tell you how to treat your wife. Continue, my YouTube friend. Please don't forget to subscribe. Help us to grow our channels because we are passionate about family. We have so many things we want to talk about families. Another point is, never you ever for anything throw away the properties of your wife or destroy it. Hey, my dear, are you so weak to that point? Many times I have seen so many men, they have issues with their wife. What they will begin to do is they get scissors to cut their clothes, to throw away their bags. If the woman is selling something, they scatter what they are selling. Like they do something like when you look back, you say, does a woman give birth to this kind of a man? No matter what challenge you have with your wife, never you ever throw away her properties. Never you ever destroy her properties. Don't tell me that you are too weak, that all you can do is to throw away her properties or destroy her properties. The other day, I had a story from my younger one that their neighbors were fighting. Why? Because the man asked the woman for money, and the woman said, I don't have the money. And what happened? The man started to destroy the properties of that woman. My dear, please, never you ever destroy the property of your wife or throw her properties away. Don't do such an abomination. It is not good in the sight of God, and it is not also good in the sight of men. Another point is, never you ever lay your hand on your wife, no matter what. I have seen so many men. You have issue with your wife, you start to go and beat her. Hey, really? Is it how you act? You want to beat your wife because you have issue with her? Come on. May I tell you that we can do better? If you have issue with your wife and you notice that you cannot control yourself, I encourage you to walk away from that environment. I encourage you to go outside to do something different, but never you ever lay your hand on your wife. May I ask you, when last did your parents beat you? So if you don't remember when last your parents beat you, how can you tell me that a married man like you, a grown-up man like you, because you want to prove to her that you are stronger than her, because you want to prove to her that she is under your roof, you lay your hand on her? It's not good in the sight of God, in the sight of human, even in the sight of the devil. Never you ever lay your hand on your woman. If you can't talk it out, go out. If you can't talk it gently, go out. When the anger subsides, then sit down and talk it. But never you ever lay your hand on your woman. Another point is shaming your wife in the public, making public shame of her. May I tell you that there are so many men that are used to that. Whenever they look at their wife, they say, that's one, what did she know? Oh, look at how fat she is. Is she educated? You make public shame of your wife. May I tell you that the way you treat your wife is the way people will treat your wife. You don't need to tell people, oh, I want you to treat my wife like this, like this. No. People copy from what they see from you, even your children. The way you treat your wife is the way your children will treat your wife. If you come to the public and disgrace your wife, may I give you assurance that you have given the public the license to disgrace your wife. Be it in-laws, be it neighbors, be it anybody. Once you disgrace your wife, make public shame of her stature, make public shame of her background, make public shame of her education. You have given those people license on how to treat your wife. So never you ever make public shame of your wife. My dear, if there's anything you don't like about your wife, that's what I said. It is your responsibility to put her in order. But never you ever make a public shame of your wife. The last but not the least is pushing your responsibilities to your woman. Yes. I want to say it again. Pushing all your responsibilities to your wife. May I tell you that the Bible said that your wife is your helper? Yes, she is your helper. What am I saying here? That your wife works and earn a lot of money does not mean that you should push your responsibility to her. Different that you don't earn a lot like her, but you do your best to contribute, but never you ever push your responsibilities to your wife. I've seen so many men that left their responsibilities to their wife. The wife will pay for school fees. The wife will pay for electricity. The wife will pay for everything at home. The wife will care for everything. That they don't have even one dime to buy earring for themselves. The men push responsibilities to them. My dear, you are the head of the home. Never you push responsibilities to your wife. No matter how much she is making, do all your best to help her, to support her, and all to appreciate what she is doing. Because the worst part of it is pushing your responsibility to her and you don't appreciate what she is doing. So never you ever push your responsibility to her, and if she definitely carry all those loads, do your best to appreciate what she is doing. Thank you so much, my YouTube friends. We have come to the end of this episode. I hope you learned something. Please put in the comments what is your takeaway, and let's form a community. Like this video, share to friends that will benefit, and I will see you in another episode. Shalom.